Get ready, my friends, because I love the passion, by the way.
Trust me, there's a lot of passion. Blizzard just needs to deliver, and then trust me, there's a lot of passion. Like, next guy. No! Oh, yes! 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 Sorry, Big Daddy Thrall's back. Yes! Yeah! Come on, Chris Metzen. Come on. Come on. Come on. Ain't no way any Warcraft player doesn't listen to Chris. Like, he's the G. He's the G. Come on, man. He's the G. I really feel for him. Like, imagine building a company from the ground up and then being like, I'm going to hand over the reins, but I'll be there in a advisor capacity. Like, I will be there to help and advise when people need help, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not driving this baby, but I'll be there to help you if you need it. I'm here. And they're like, yeah, nah, we're good without you. And it's just fucking everything goes down. I feel so bad for him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is his baby. I mean, I know he has children, but like, this is his baby. Like, fuck the kids. I'm good. How are you, man? Oh, so now he's executive creative director. So what? He's no longer an advisor. He's actually a creative director. So the one thing that's going to pull Warcraft back from, like... Let's not say it, but you know.
What up, Blizzcon?
Hey, remember back in the day when you had Red Shirt Guy that at BlizzCon at the Q&A panel basically asked the question and they overlooked something in Warcraft and got something wrong? And then instead of shutting the kid down and DMCAing him and threatening to sue him, they actually took his question and fixed the mistake? Remember when Blizzard was like that? I remember. That was the good Blizzard. Nowadays, you say anything, they DMCA you.
Holy smokes! Horde, where you at? Alliance! BlizzCon as one! Holy smokes, thank you. Thank you. It is, thank you guys. It has been a long, strange trip to get back to this spot.
Ooh, that hits. In more ways than one.
I tell you that. It has been interesting this past year, being back under the hood of World of Warcraft.
Oh, so he's been working for the past year. Okay. Okay. So he's been working since like 2022 to 23 post-COVID. Okay. 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 That's interesting. After Shadowlands and the Dragon expansion, whose name I don't even remember is... I don't even fucking remember the name of the expansion. Let's put it that way.
It has reminded me of a few things. One, I love Warcraft.
Oh, trust me, we all do.
Number two, you know what? I really missed this work. And number three, on the real, it feels amazing to be back and part of this Blizzard family again.
You can basically see him crying. He's crying. He's crying. This is not some bullshit corporate, someone wrote my speech, I'm gonna read it. This is legit him.
As Holly said a bit ago, next year is the 20th anniversary of World of Warcraft. I can't even believe it.
Please, guys, don't fuck it up. Come on. Come on.
Whatever. How many of y'all have been playing from the beginning?
Well, like, I didn't start right at the beginning, but my first account did start in vanilla. Got banned, got another account, that got stolen, got a third account. So, of course, I'm not going to get any of the achievements or the awards for having an account that old, but, like, fuck it, I don't care. Fuck, I haven't even logged into my account for ages. I've probably got like auctions worth hundreds of thousands of gold that have expired because I just stopped caring. I got fucking gold capped 3 times over. Like 30 million gold just sitting there, like, I don't fucking know. Like 4 or 5 guild banks, I don't fucking know. Trading card game mounts just sitting in guild bank, I don't fucking know. Spectral tigers and shit.
I love you, Prison. So given that... What was that? Doesn't matter.
See, he's not reading a speech. He's not reading a speech. He's being legit here. And he's overwhelmed with emotion, so he can't actually remember what he was supposed to read. This is the OG Blizzard. It wasn't scripted. It wasn't corporate. It wasn't fucking intern typewriters writing your speech for you with what they think would work well. No, 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 no. It was legit and it was real and it was raw and it came from the heart. That was Blizzard. And every player secretly hopes, and not even secretly, that they will go back to that.
We started thinking, so what next? Right? What expansion hook? What single storyline could possibly match such a historic occasion?
Well, we could get that guy that recently got fired and crucify him. That would be good. Nah, it's too dark. He's probably off somewhere enjoying his $20 million golden parachute.
We started thinking about, well, I did, the good old days, right? And some of those early mythic ideas that kind of established the background of Warcraft. Started thinking about even some of the newer ideas that have played out more recently, but still in a way, feel a little unresolved.
You think? Sorry, I don't get to talk. I haven't played the most recent expansions.
And in the mix of all that stuff, in the mix of all those ideas, particular things like, what the hell has Magni actually been babbling about all these years?
Interesting.
Was the thing that he came to warn us about in Battle for Azeroth, did it actually play out? Or is there potentially something darker?
Did they really blunder Battle for Azeroth and the whole, other gods and Dark Lords and everything, and the Nether and everything? Like, because that was a fucking rabbit hole that, and I don't want to be boring and blabber on too long, but that was a fucking rabbit hole that for years I was watching creator content discuss the old gods, the Void Lords, looking at the maps, like, what could it be, what could it be? And they're like, and it's a retcon. No. Sorry. It's okay.
Still looming on the horizon. I don't know. Will there eventually be an apocalyptic confrontation between the forces of the light and the void?
Remember, I came back from a thing just to do that dungeon. It's like, you know what? We have teased this for like a decade and expansions and old gods. You know what you get? You get one dungeon. It's like, what? What? It's been like teased and breadcrumbs since vanilla. The Whispering Lakes, the this, the that, the that. One dungeon?
Talk to me, Blizzcon. I'll tell you what, for nothing, my pally Maine, I'm all in on that kind of thing if it happens. It's gonna happen.
I'm pretty sure like a lot of the OGs are, to be honest.
And really the big question for all the marbles, what have the Titans actually been doing since the dawn of civilization?
You mean besides sleeping?
What is the real purpose of all of their cute little installations slammed into the side of the planet? Do we know everything we need to know about their real intentions for our world? Just saying. Blizzcon. all of these hooks and 100 more. 68, carry the 2, a bunch more. All cooking in the pot. Started to reveal a storyline. Something epic. How epic? Real epic. A storyline that in almost every way feels like the culmination of the first 20 years of our storytelling. A storyline provided we do our jobs, we do the thing that will vector us into the next 20 years of adventure.
That's a tall order. That's all I'm saying. Like, you gotta do the thing. But if you do the thing, like, if you actually do the thing, yes. But if you don't do the thing, it's probably gonna be one of the final nails in the coffin. Like, it's high risk. But the reward could be astronomical. But Chris is probably pretty much the person to do it.
Blizzcon. Are you with me, Blizzcon? We call this storyline the World Soul Saga.
Okay.
The World Soul Saga is so epic, as we covered. It cannot be contained within any single expansion. It is built to play out over multiple expansions over the next few years. Come on now.
The first thing that comes to mind is like, okay, here's the thing. WoW players don't mind multiple expansions for story. We've done that back in the day. There's absolutely no issue with it. The problem was that corporate wanted to spit out expansions every single year to cash in on them. Are they going to be released when they're done? Or are they going to be released to meet stakeholder earnings expectations? Are they going to be tested for bugs and glitches and exploits and server stability and crashing? And you get what I'm saying here, right?
Having said that, we are working on multiple ways to deliver this adventure to you a little faster than you're used to.
I'm getting worried.
We're not going to get into it at this BlizzCon, forgive me. But keep your ears peeled. I assure you, we are moving with purpose. And the last thing we really want is for y'all to have your grandkids controlling your mouse and your keyboard trying to wrap this thing up.
I mean, it would help.
So, it's coming. Also, given the scale of this monster, we have decided to change it up today. Here we go. Dun, 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 dun. Instead of just debuting your next expansion all on its lonesome, we have decided to give you a glimpse at your next 3 expansion sets.
So this is interesting. Instead of just giving us like the next one is Burning Crusade, they're like, no. Next one is going to be Burning Crusade, and then you're going to get Wrath of the Lich King. And it's just like, okay. So you want us to buy into where we're going to be 3 expansions from now, but you're going to be open about it as well. Okay. As long as you don't, because they made a lot of promises. We were supposed to have aerial combat and all these other things in Wrath of the Lich King. And we didn't get it. And we didn't complain because we still loved the story and the gameplay and the raids and we loved Arthas and all these other things. But like, it's super important to make sure that you don't overpromise and underdeliver because it's happened too much. Because like, you've got 3 expansions, right? And if the first one just goes, like the second one's basically dead. So you gotta like the first one, they're gonna have to overdeliver. 100% from business, corporate, like anything. Because you have to get the trust back. You could promise the world, but like I said, it's what you do, not what you say, what you do. So if you like promise me A, it's 100%, and you give me like 20% and ask me for DLCs for another 50%, like it's shit, right? But if you promise me 100% and you get me 90, you get me 90, you don't get me 100%, but you get me fucking close, right? I can understand. But if you promise me 100%, you give me like 20%, and like, what do you expect? I would be like, fuck off.
Does this meet with your approval, BlizzCon?
Look, what's really banking this is Chris. It's not Blizzard, the brand name anymore. It's not the company name anymore. That's lost a lot of its weight, like most of it actually. Activision can go suck a dick. Microsoft can go to the island another 29 times like its owner. What's really selling this is Chris. He's basically like, he's pretty much putting his entire reputation and legacy on the line to try to dig Warcraft out of a hole.
My friends, I'm gonna warn you, there may be mild spoilers ahead. Actually, I'm just kidding. They ain't mild. Buckle up. Are you ready, BlizzCon?
This is secretly what everyone's been hoping for this entire time, for the War Chief to take back Blizzard, make some executive decisions, get the corporates the fuck out of the decision-making chair, and getting some proper people in there to fix this shit up. I will always give Chris the benefit of the fucking doubt. It's not him I doubt. It's the corporate that I doubt, you know? Because he might have the world's greatest idea. If it gets shot down by the board of directors and the decision makers, it's basically dead in the water. Because all they look at is numbers and spreadsheets. Profit loss statements. Opportunity cost. Returns on equity. Dividends. Like, the player base will fucking pay for it if it's good.
The first part of the World Soul Saga and your 10th expansion is called World of Warcraft, The War Within. In this chapter, you will be descending into the heart of Azeroth itself, exploring new subterranean kingdoms and engaging with ancient cultures.
You mean like the Nerubian kingdom that we didn't get in Wrath of the Lich King, which would be amazing to explore, and all we got was a dungeon? Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, gimme. Come on, gimme, come on.
Like the Earthen and the terrifying Nerubians.
Yeah, you can see, he didn't forget. I like it. I like this man.
Of Aj Kahet.
You know, like something that people have been fucking looking forward to, you know what I mean?
But as the forces of darkness close in around our precious world soul, yeah, that's you, will be called to do what you always do, which is dispense indiscriminate justice upon all those who got it coming. Talk to me, BlizzCon!
Instructions unclear. Someone popped heroism early.
The second part of the World Soul Saga is called World of Warcraft Midnight.
Oh, I'm only imagining what this could mean, but I just got chills down my spine. Come on, Void Lords. Come on. 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 Take it back to what it's really about.
In this chapter, you will be returning, ready, to the old world.
Let me guess. Something with Arthas.
To the fabled lands of Quel Thalas.
Oh, yeah. Okay. 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 We're talking Warcraft 3 here, baby. And not just the dungeon.
There, the forces of the Void have invaded Azeroth. Intent on snuffing out the light of the Sunwell and plunging the world into darkness and fear. You will not only help reunify the scattered elven tribes of Azeroth, but you will make your stand with the forces of the light and banish the shadow forever. Of course, BlizzCon, it is Azeroth. Things may not go to plan. Things may just spiral wildly out of control, leading us to the third part of the World Soul Saga. World of Warcraft, the last Titan. In this chapter, you will again be returning to the old world, this time to the wintry lands of Northrend.
Okay. Go on. Come on. Come on. You got my attention. You got my interest. Come on. I'm like a giggling schoolgirl.
And there, at Ulduar, you will bear witness to the return of the Titans to Azeroth. And there, you will uncover a vast conspiracy, one that stretches throughout the history of the world.
How much retconning are we going to do, or are we going to start connecting the OG dots and the breadcrumbs that were there since the beginning?
One that will challenge everything you think you know about the Titans, their intentions, and the true nature of Azeroth itself. In
What did that guy say?
time, my friend, in time.
What did he say? What did he say? What the fuck did he say? Come on.
Titans, their intentions, and the true nature of Azeroth itself.
Wait, what the fuck did he say?
Titans, their intentions, and the true nature of Azeroth itself. In
I couldn't hear him.
time, my friend, in time.
See, Chris knows how to handle shit. Other directors are like, shut the fuck up, I'm talking. Chris is like, I heard you. Don't worry, I got this. This is like this guy's an OG. Like I'd buy him a beer keg.
And it's called Silithus. There you go.
Nothing good ever came out of Silithus. You know, never ever have played Warcraft. I've only consoled my entire life, but dude, this sounds incredible. This guy made Blizzard what it was. Him and a few other people, of course, but like, this guy's the OG. He was like a university student in the dorm programming to create the type of shit that him and his friends would like to play. And what came out of it was Blizzard. Like, this guy's, you know, like, he's Daddy Blizzard.
BlizzCon, my hope, our dear hope, is that you can see when it comes to WoW storytelling, we ain't screwing around.
I fucking hope so. And if you're interested in getting to the WoW franchise, we have that whole playlist. We went through the lore, the beginning all the way to the current day till about 2-3 years ago. We had streams every week going through the story. It was kind of like a recap for myself, as well as sort of like a showcase for anyone that was new into it. We did discussions with people on stream. It was really, really good. I can link it to you in Discord. Highly recommend it. It was like, it was our World of Warcraft lore live streams.
We are playing for all the marbles. We are working to establish a thundering heartbeat for this franchise.
You mean to resuscitate it from near death? Chris is like, I need 50 cc's of math! One expansion ain't enough, baby! You ain't dead yet, man! Come on!
Now.
Chris is just the OG, man. Like, come on. It's so cool. I love him. Everyone loves him.
Now, BlizzCon. Hearken to me. Always wanted to say that. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Whether you are a current player, and I'm going to bet that most of you are.
On ice.
Or maybe you jumped off the WoW train a few expansions ago.
See, he gets it. He gets it. He gets it. He gets it.
Now is the time to come home.
Remember what I said in the beginning with the Elwyn Forest thing? Ah.
Now is the time to pull on your boots, pick up your broadsword or your favorite glowy staff, and get in this fight.
He didn't even mention the bow. Just because I'm a tard.
Friends, Azeroth needs her defenders now more than ever. Now, in a few moments, we are going to give you a deeper look at the war within.
Oh, he's gonna give us a cinematic, isn't he? Okay, 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 okay.
But before we do that, I want to leave you with a little something to chew on. I want to remind you all that sometimes very epic things can begin with small, heartfelt moments. What you're about to see is one of those moments.
Do I do it like this where I'm in the little corner, or do I do the big thing so if I lose my shit, everyone can see me lose my shit and hopefully I don't destroy the room?
And with that, BlizzCon, proud defenders of Azeroth, let the World Soul Saga begin.
Yeah, I'll put it on this way. I'll put on this way. I put on this way. I always put on this way. This is how we do the anime thing. But let me just really quickly make sure this is the thing. Where's our World of Warcraft thing? Let me find it. Let me find it. I'll find it at the end of this reaction. I'll link you the World of Warcraft playlist. If you're interested in the lore, you can go through it. We did the cutscenes, we did the cinematics, we did the lore videos, we did the discussions, we did everything. That is your like full saga up until now in World of Warcraft. All right, let's see what we've got here. Yeah, I know that sword. Oh, he lost his long hair. Oh, shit. This reminds me a lot of Arthas back in the day. Wow, he's just missing the eye patch, because he's been through some shit. Let me guess, Jaina. Oh no!
You're here to tell me we don't get to hide. Is that it?
You needed time. We stayed away.
Okay, the subtitles are being like weird. Just don't give me subtitles because I don't want to be reading the subtitles before he says it.
But time by itself heals nothing.
You didn't just come here for me. It's the visions. You've seen them.
I suspect many have lately.
Are we talking about the game, or are we talking about, like, the players?
Something, someone, is calling out from the heart of the world. Like a voice from a dream.
God damn it, Chris!
Something dark is coming, Anduin. The world needs your light again. My son.
Oh, very Arthas.
I am not that person anymore. I have no light.
What the hell happened to
Not
him?
after what I've seen. Not after what I've done.
Yeah, everyone reaches their breaking point. Wow, he finally snapped. That took a while.
You are not your past, Anduin. I trust you.
Hear me.
They're getting worse. Look, whatever's coming, I'll stand with you. Of course I will. But we were drawn here by the voice. Who is it, Thrall? Who's calling out to us?
I'm not sure yet. But that sword was aimed at someone.
We almost forgot about that thing. He's like, oh yeah, what about that big sword that's causing gravitational problems with the planet? Like, I was like, yeah, ignore it. Like, it's not there. Sorry, how many expansions ago was that sword there? Is it like 3? You know what I absolutely love about this cinematic? Of course, Thrall is talking to Anduin, but he's also talking to the player base. That's beautiful. Damn it, Chris! That, like, come on. It's Chris Metzen.
I guess we're not ignoring that sword anymore.
Well, yeah, like, you'd think at some point you'd bring it up for discussion.
I do have to say, though, every time I see that cinematic, and I've seen it many times, it gets me right in my heart. It feels like a new beginning, and it feels like coming home. And we are so excited about where we are going. And now that you've seen or heard the overview for the World So Saga, let's talk about the war within. As we all gather and explore beneath the surface, we'll find an ancient Nerubian civilization. They will be led by someone we were first introduced to in Legion,
Go on.
Xal'atath, a harbinger of the void, The void brings destruction and darkness that threatens all light in our world.
Remember, they gave it one dungeon. Not even a raid. They gave it a dungeon. They gave it a dungeon. The Nerubian Empire that spans a continent. A continent the size of frickin' Australia. Under the ground. A kingdom that existed before humans did. We give it one dungeon. Like 30 minutes or less.
The last time we saw Xalatath, she promised we would meet again. And it turns out she was right.
It was
And
two?
while
I say it was so underwhelming I don't even remember the second.
Anduin, Thrall, and others share the same visions emanating from the heart of the world. Some are seeing something quite different.
My visions are not the same as the others. No radiance, no song. Just the shadow taunting me from below. The fate of our world rests upon the edge of a knife. And our battle lies deep within.
You know what Warcraft really needs? An engine upgrade. It's all well and good to have, you know, story, music, and everything. It's all going in the right direction. But elements of the engine need a bloody upgrade. I don't give you that shit that you can't afford it. You want the series to succeed? Invest. You've been sucking the teat out of it so long that you need to invest back into it.
In the War Within, alongside beautiful, unique underground zones, we will have challenging dungeons and raids and some new features too that are built to last. If you like exploring on your own with a couple of friends or family, we have delves. These are a variety of bite-sized experiences for 1 to 5 players that will offer endgame rewards. You may also find in your delve a familiar character who'd be willing to fight alongside you. And if you're like me and you have an obsession with alts, we have warbands. With this feature, you could treat all of your characters like family and share banks, reputations, transmog.
Well, this is gonna make my life a lot easier, isn't it? I don't have to keep relogging and keeping notes of where all my shit is. What about guild banks? I've got like 6. Where's the money?
We're also introducing a new layer of customization for your class specs with hero talents. You might want to take your character down the path of a Dark Ranger, let's say, or a Farseer, and more.
Hey, finally my hunter's getting some shit. Hunters have been ignored for so many expansions. I mean, we had that one expansion where we had to stop buying arrows and bullets and it saved us a literal fortune, but apart from that, we got nothing. They're like, hey, you're like Druid. I'm like, fuck you. They got a legendary bow. I mean, we did, but like, you know.
Also, during your travels underground, you will meet the Earthen Dwarves, and you'll be able to unlock them as our new allied race.
I demand that one of them be called Gimli.
I mean, who doesn't love a dwarf? The facial hair options are spectacular. There's so much more to talk about, so please join the What Next panel that's coming up right after the opening ceremony right here. What I can tell you, though, is that the call to get into the fight to save our world will ring out when The War Within releases next year.
What month? Because it better not be fucking February. What month is fall in America? Because February's got like 2-3 good games coming out. Don't fuck with me. I'm sorry, February's fucked.
And
September to December, that's more like it.
lastly, I sincerely want to say, we are so excited to begin this new journey with you. And from our hearts to yours, thank you for bringing our world to life.
You forgot the key word, again.
And now, with his own note of thanks, Mike Ibarra.
Okay. I'm not gonna go into the what next panel right now, because this is more of a reaction to what they're doing, and the thing with Chris is like freaking amazing, right? Like on the right track. Coming out next year, not a problem, and I'm looking for that playlist to get for you guys. If someone can help me, I'm looking for it. I'm going on the Ninja Kuma channel, and I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find the World of Warcraft playlist where you can go through everything. But like, I've been burnt before. Like, I'll put it this way. Like, I've been burnt before. So, if it was another person from Blizzard saying it, I wouldn't believe it. But because Chris is working on it, and he's not just advising, he's actually calling shots, I believe he can pull it off. The only anchor that would be slowing it or preventing it would be executives from Microsoft, Activision, or whoever else is, there. Because Chris would want to get it done right. Like 100%, without question. It's more so, the other people that would be crap. I'm looking for the playlist if you can find it. Take a look at Discord. Thank you. I'm struggling to find it because YouTube keeps changing the layout, which is something they do every few months, which absolutely no one asks for. But they do it because, well, YouTube likes to think that they know what people want, and clearly they don't. We've got a World of Warcraft thread. Thank you. So here it is. World of Warcraft Shadowlands Prelude. We went from Warcraft 3 all the way to World of Warcraft Shadowlands. This is before Shadowlands released. I have not played the entirety of Shadowlands. I played a little bit. That's when I logged out and never logged back in. So everything you'll see in this playlist, we had a weekly live stream when we went through the story of Warcraft. We did it in sections, starting from the first one all the way to the last one. We did it in an order which I believe makes sense. In that sort of way, we explore the story in bite-sized pieces, help sort of shape the world and help everyone understand it. We kind of go through it. If I can open up really quickly, it'll show me what's in there. Bam. So we started with the Lich King and the Sylvanas story, which is all of World of Warcraft 3 with cinematics and cutscenes. We went into World of Warcraft, the Wrath of the Lich King, which pretty much explores that expansion as well as everything that happens with Arthas. We went to the story of Sylvanas, which gives us a lot of context as to what was happening pre-Warcraft 3 all the way up until Shadowlands. Of course, we had Garrosh Hellscream, which gives us, broadens the world a lot more. We have Illidan Stormrage, which gives us the second World of Warcraft expansion, as well as Legion, which was a much later expansion. And then we had a whole thing on Legion itself. And then, of course, we had Battle of Azeroth, which helped tie everything together, which is just before we jump into Shadowlands. So if you are interested in getting into the World of Warcraft story, not necessarily the gameplay, you want to put a pinky in the pond, here it is. Enjoy it. It is on our Discord. I'll even pin it. Thank you for sharing it. It is on my YouTube channel. It does have a playlist. YouTube has effed up the playlists. They're out of order and crap ever since I got hacked. I should probably put some time in there to actually fix them all up. But of course, I've been trying to get content out on a regular basis. And as our editor can tell you, the demonetization is insane, because if we say a single swear word in either the chat, the little window on the left, or coming from me, the whole video gets demonetized, will never show up in the recommended tab, and no one will see it. Even if they're a subscriber, they won't get a notification. So we've been sort of fighting to get videos out on a regular basis and get them past the censor, more so than making the channel look pretty, because if I can be honest, we've actually been losing subscribers every single month since I've been hacked. It's in the red, it's in the negatives, simply because YouTube is punishing the channel for something we didn't do. YouTube themselves did more damage to the channel than the hacker, because they kicked us out of the partner program. I'll like link you in. I'm not going to link you like the whole page, but here, I'll give you a little snapshot that I have. I've just put it in Discord. Take a look. This is the stat for the last month. -6 subscribers. Our views are going down. Our watch time is going down because more and more of the videos are not getting recommended. So even if you're subscribed, you won't get a notification that we release videos. So we're in the minus, even though we're uploading content. So I'm more so just trying to keep the channel going rather than make it look pretty. So as you can see, we're trying to do something. And of course, what can I say? What can I say? In terms of Warcraft, look, being a Warcraft player, if they do a 180, which is something we've been hoping for, I built a second computer. I can stream computer gameplay. I can even upgrade the graphics card on Hutchins' computer if I have to, if I want to be able to record Warcraft in 4K. So turn this into the streaming rig instead of this one. That's perfectly fine. We play games on PlayStation 5, so we can play them on 4K, no problem. Like, I can do it. The real question comes down to whether or not it's worth playing. If they can get the expansion to a point that's like worth playing regularly. I'm in Oceania, so of course I can't play with a lot of people in the US. There's always lag and all these other things. I paid for fiber optic to the house. Like, I paid the fucking government to dig up a trench and get fiber optic to the house, because the internet here is shit in Australia. So we've got the internet. The problem is if you're in Oceania and you're playing with people in America or somewhere else, it's going to lag. And particularly if you're doing raids or something like that, you need the internet to be quick. I hope to God in some capacity Blizzard can fix that problem, which would create server populations that are cross-region, and obviously people can interact and all that good stuff. That would be amazing, because I could actually play with people. I know there's a lot of people watching me from Europe, a lot of people watching me from the US, and a lot of people watching me from outside of those two regions, and I really do appreciate it. But that's like one of the big things. When you're playing with the people. A second thing, we're doing Friday streams, which we're using for movies, and some weekly released episodes of animes and reaction, which I don't mind. I created a fourth live stream time slot that doesn't stop Anime Monday from happening, when we interact to shows, animes, and things like that. And Saturday and Sunday is our regular, like gaming stuff. Like, I don't mind playing World of Warcraft, but it needs to be worth the play. The story needs to be worth it. The game needs to be worth it. Everything needs to be worth it. Because face it, I'm doing a 9-to-5 job. I need to pick my battles here. Warcraft up until this point, ever since the last few expansions, hasn't been worth it. So like, we'll see where that goes. If it comes out to be good and they revitalize everything and the story is good, it's like, I'm interested. Like, I would want to play it personally, but I don't have time to play games by myself when I'm not streaming. So obviously it's going to be something that's streamed, and I'm really cool if people can rally behind it. We can have a community thing. We'll have reactions. We'll have discussions. I'll play the game. We'll have like all the good in the hood stuff that we did back in the day. But Blizzard actually needs to pull it off. Blizzard needs to be able to pull it off. Chris is probably one of the few people that can pull it off. I personally hope that he does. But there's a lot to do. There is like an insane amount they need to do. And they need to fix up the story. They need to fix up the community. Even elements of the engine need to be upgraded, because when they lost a lot of their players, particularly the ones that are hooked to MMOs, they went elsewhere. They have to get them back. So you can't just be good enough. You got to be better than good enough. You gotta be fucking good. And then to keep them, they gotta stay being good. And that's more than just improving the story, more than just improving the music, more than just improving some gameplay. The engine needs tweaks, upgrades even, maybe even a complete overhaul. Is that something that Blizzard, and more so Microsoft, is ready to do? I know Chris would do it at the drop of a hat. Is the corporate going to do it? That's the real question. And thank you, Matt, for gifting. Thank you. Thank you, Concept. Thank you, Concept. It's good to see you again, by the way. It's been a long time. I hope you've been doing well. I hope you've been doing well. So there's a lot of hope in that. There really is. You know me. I've been a Warcraft player since forever ago, right? Like I started the channel doing Warcraft videos and guides and trying to help people and share knowledge and things like that, right? And then at a certain point, it just became not worth it because you try to help people, you try to contribute, you try to be a nice guy, and people just like attack you for it. I remember getting attacked by a lot of people because I was uploading videos and they're like, another person has a gold video as well. It's like, yeah, so do 1,000 other people. Why are you attacking me? Like, and then I upload something and then like 2 weeks later it gets patched and it's like, oh, it's not working. I was like, it's not my fucking fault. It worked when I uploaded it. So like, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's why I focus more on gameplay now than actually doing that. Like, it's like, okay, fine. Like, you don't want my help? I'll just get gold cap 4 times and you can fucking get stuck being unable to pay your repair bill. I don't give a shit. Like, it makes no difference to me. It makes no difference to me, right? Yeah, look, I love Warcraft. I played the song at the beginning. I told you it feels nostalgic. I spent years in game / played, right? So I spent a considerable amount of my lifespan in the game. I know it like the back of my hand. I love it. I'm nostalgic. If they can fix it, I'd want to play it. I want to be a part of that. If it's the conclusion to the story and everything, I would definitely want to be part of that. Because I love the story. I really do. That's why we did those playlists. That's why we went through the lore, even when it was at an expansion prior to Shadowlands that wasn't very strong. I still had faith in the story. I still loved the story. I still loved the franchise. I love the community, the fandom as a whole. Like, I still love it, right? And I mentioned at the beginning, before this whole thing with Chris Menses, like, everyone had this hope that, my God, just like, because we would still watch the trailers, we'd still watch the, like, we'd be hoping this entire time, and every single year we would be let down. And now Chris is like, guys, like, this is the time. And it's like, we don't question your word. It's not you we doubt. It's the fucking company. Like, we'll take your word for it. But at the very least, that first expansion needs to deliver. We like it that it's open and it's going to be 3. But if that first one fails, forget about the other 2. If the first one doesn't hit the nail on the head, forget about the other 2. So, I don't want to sound optimistic, but I believe in Chris because he's one of the few people that can do it. And thank you, Marty. Thank you, kind sir. Thank you, kind sir. Thank you, kind sir, for donating and resubbing. Yeah. And look, like I said, right? Like, even this stream right now, it's outside of normal stream slots because I didn't want to take away from the regularly scheduled uploads. I don't like taking away from the streams that we've scheduled, from the commitments that I've made, because there's people looking forward to it. Same thing with the upload schedule and everything. So that's why this is outside of those levels, outside of those times. 8-9 hours, you know, cook Hutch on some food, she's happy for a day, like, I'll do all that stuff. But it's got to deliver, otherwise it's not worth doing. It's that simple. It's that simple. And that's just honest, right? I'm not going to judge by what they say, I'm going to judge by what they do. And at this point, Warcraft's no different. So if they deliver, awesome, we'll play it. If they don't, so let's see how it goes. Did you play Warcraft Strategies? Did I play Warcraft Strategies? I don't know what that is. Did I do strategies when it came to PvP and raids and stuff? Yes. Yeah, cool. So that's that. I'm not going to watch the What's Next now. I'm going to try to edit and upload this on YouTube, and hopefully it doesn't get DMCA'd by Blizzard for some reason. They keep doing that. We'll see how it goes. If you're watching this on YouTube, let me know what you think. I want to see if you got this in your subscriber box. If you've got notifications on, did you get this? I keep saying it. People are not getting the uploads. Like, the YouTube channel is dead in the water. I'm hoping it gets outside of that limbo because it got kicked out of the YouTube creator program after the hack. Luckily, the YouTube Twitter team put me back in the creator program after the YouTube team on YouTube said they won't put me back. But I'm still under a magnifying glass for every single upload, and I have to edit everything out. And considering the swears that I said in this video, I'm probably going to have to rewatch the entire 2-hour thing myself and edit out the swears. Whatever, I'll do it. But yeah, so let me know your thoughts. I just want to get a vibe check from people if this is something they would be interested in. And if they're still playing, are they playing? Or is this something that they are considering to come back for? Because I'm definitely considering it, but it really depends on how they deliver. Okay, guys, we're going to take a break and we're going to watch Attack on Titan, the final season, final episode. I hope the final to the final. Talking about companies not delivering what they promise. There's been a lot of that going around lately. Attack on Titan, the final season. The final of the final season. Okay, the semi-final to the final season. I'm just like, guys, you need a dictionary. That's not what final means. I remember how Warcraft 3 Reforged originally had a bigger team, including OG Warcraft 3 dev team. Then corporate stuff happened and got World of Warcraft 3 refunded instead. Basically, yeah. The new Attack on Titan open is in our AOT spoilers channel since it won't be in the final special, by the way. That doesn't make any sense! But anyway. I'm hoping that after the next video I can go into the Attack on Titan spoiler thread. But I won't hold my breath. I've been burnt like 5 times before. Extra crispy. Okay. Quick little 5-minute break. I'm not watching the video now. Quick little 5-minute break. Grab some snacks. Grab a drink. We'll watch some Attack on Titan.